Today, Kevin and I are going to be trying 5 items from the Krema Nut Company. They are in Columbus, Ohio, and Asma sent us these items. And the reason I'm showing them to you like this before we actually sit down at the table is because they're so small, the pieces, that I want you to be able to see them close up before we start the video. So this is the it's called Nutty Butter Popcorn, and you can see there's a pecan in there and the caramel corn, and we will talk about each one of these things when we get to the table and describe them and all that. I see there's a couple pecans in there. I'm gonna get a couple of those out. There's another pecan, there's some more pecans in there, just so you know. So then these, Asma, the reason they say Merle Norman is because Asma owns her own Merle Norman store in Ohio. I'll have a link in the description below, but she sells these in her store. She is trying to support another, a local business, the Krema Nut Company, by selling them in her store. So these are dark chocolate sea salt caramels, and they look like that. These are called Sweet and Nutty Mix. And like I said, we'll have a description of everything when we go over to the table. This is a championship mix. And they have, that looks like all of these have a lot of little ingredients. And then these are cinnamon pecans. And they look like this. So there's your close-up for you. So first we're going to be trying the Nutty Butter Popcorn. It is rich butter toffee popcorn with pecans and almonds. So yeah, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, I realize I actually got a pecan and an almond. And so there's probably, yeah, there's another pecan in there. So you just want to try.
I'll put the pecan.
Okay. And I'll try the almond and the popcorn, since we have those out. That caramel corn,
it's very good.
Is delicious.
It's got a crunchy layer to it, but it's still very soft too. So
that is very, very buttery though.
Mm-hmm.
It
is.
It almost tastes. I want more, but we have more. This, I mean, that's probably one of the best caramel corns I've had because it's almost like a movie butter.
Mm-hmm. It's very, very rich.
I mean, that's one of the best things about going to the movie theater is that popcorn. Mm-hmm. And yes, the amount of butter in that is incredible.
I like it that it's not hard on the outside either, because a lot of caramel corns the coating is hard. I mean, it's really hard to bite through. These are very soft.
I mean, like I would give that 5 out of 5. That's how good that is.
They could have left the nuts out completely.
They could have. The caramel corn is just the Nutty Butter Popcorn. Good by itself. They could have just called it butter popcorn. These are the cinnamon pecans.
It's good. Reminds me a lot of yours.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I make some at Christmas. I have a recipe on YouTube. It is one of the easiest things to make ever. The only thing is the expense, the expense of buying the pecans. But now, if you buy several bags, you can put them in small tins and give them away as gifts. That's what we like to do. Give them away as gifts, and they go a long way. They really do. But they make a wonderful gift. And like I said, they're so easy to do, but these taste a lot like mine.
There's cinnamon, sugary.
The cinnamon and sugar, it's a nice balance on these. Sometimes when companies make them, sometimes they put more cinnamon than sugar. I like a really good balance of both because I like that sweet with the crunchy pecan. That's perfect. Those are very good. So now we have the
sea salt caramels.
Dark chocolate sea salt caramels. They also make milk chocolate sea salt caramels. Incredibly sweet. So
It
going,
goes really well with the dark chocolate.
it does. But even though the pecans were sweet, then you go to that, and it's
Yeah.
like there's no comparison.
No.
Because that is so over the top sweet.
That almost tastes coffee-like.
But it is a very rich dark chocolate.
Yeah, well, like I said, the dark chocolate's not so dark that it's bitter, really bitter and unpleasant.
And
Very good.
on their website, they make a point of saying that these are perfect for weddings, corporate events, or party favors. So, like the pecans, and I mean all of these things. But they will, if you're having one of those events, they will have these in bags for you where you can buy them and give them out there. This is the Sweet and Nutty mix. It is a popular trail mix style blend of salted peanuts, raisins, chocolate buttons, banana chips, almonds, and walnuts. I got me a banana chip.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, everything.
Okay. So the chocolate button is the M&M. I love the banana.
It's very good. There's a lot of peanuts here. And a lot of M&Ms and raisins. The banana chips, you don't get quite as many. We only got one. Was it a walnut? It was a walnut, wasn't it?
They're so good.
You only get a few walnuts and almonds, and everything else, but it's very good.
It is a terrific mixture of salty and sweet. Exactly what the name says.
The
And
raisins almost a lot more sweet than the chocolate does.
all of those different textures in that, they make that a dangerous food because it's so pleasurable to chew that you're gonna want more, definitely.
And it's good to pick at.
Yeah. Lastly, we have the championship snack mix. A sweet and spicy mix blends butter toffee peanuts, smoked almonds, roasted peanuts, wasabi green peas, roasted green peas, goldfish crackers,
There's a lot in here.
Cajun sesame sticks, Cajun sesame sticks and sesame sticks, pretzels, chili bits, and a custom blend of spicy, smoky, and sweet spices. If you don't get me one of everything, it's okay.
I don't think I could get you one of those.
Because there's so much going on in here.
So you think
I don't know that we've ever had a mix with that many items in it.
it's a lot. I think I got most of everything.
This is good. I'll just try this.
That was a mouthful. Like the spices.
I like the spices. And
The sesame sticks.
I don't mind the wasabi, but I personally would enjoy it better without the wasabi.
Yeah.
I like everything else in it. Like, over the top, love it. But the wasabi is so strong that it kind of overrides everything else.
I didn't get one of those. Does it have like a horseradishy kind of salt?
Oh
flavor?
yeah, and it's very, very strong.
Yeah, it usually is.
So it overrides everything else in there. So if they had a mix where that was left out, I personally would like it better because it is a really strong, like Kevin said, horseradish sauce. But I still like it. I still think it's a good mix. And typically, you were worried about getting one of everything. Normally, you're just going to grab some anyway.
Yeah.
You're not going to ever
Random-
get one of anything,
Random
of
mix.
everything anyway.
The sesame sticks are the best part.
We both love sesame sticks. I mean, like,
especially when they have some seasoning to it.
oh yeah. So if you went in Asma's Merle Norman shop and you only had the money for one thing, what would you buy?
If I wanted something sweet, I would probably get. Ooh, that's a hard one.
Oh, I know mine immediately.
Um,
No.
The pecan.
No.
The popcorn?
The popcorn.
Well,
I'm telling you,
popcorn.
I've never had.
It's very good.
I've never had popcorn that is that buttery and that delicious.
Yeah.
That is some good popcorn.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the popcorn too. This is the whatever this is called.
That's the championship mix.
The championship mix is probably my favorite out of the bunch because I like savory more than sweet when I'm eating crunchy things like this. But popcorn would probably be my sweet.
The popcorn too.
Although the caramels are really good too.
We have reviewed a couple of items from the Krema Nut Company. We first saw them. We took a road trip to Jungle Jim's International Market, and they had a display there. They're in Ohio, and it's an Ohio brand, and they have a display there. Now, the stuff is not cheap, but it was very, very high quality, very, very good. So I am going to link, I'll give a link in the description for the Krema Nut Company. I'll give a link to Asma's Facebook page if you need any anything from Merle Norman. Even if you're not in Ohio, she will ship it to you gladly because she represents Merle Norman. So thank you so much, Asma, for sending these to us, and thanks for watching.